just a moment, guys. Stick with us, as I've gotten the word that game number 1 is ready to go. The countdown has started. Let's jump into game number 1.
More slender CS lead for Faker over Teddy. That is the matchup, even though the graph doesn't show it. They got the Rift Herald, and even just the charge is going to basically kill this turret, so they'll get mid lane turret. Remember, the checklist is, oh, hold the point.
Ooh, look at that, Faker! He wants to be the carry, and he will do it. The flash seismic shove into the first blood onto Effort.
We get to bring back an oldie but a goodie. Faker Playmaker. That's going to get them 2 turrets in the mid lane, as Tom Kench and the rest of Jinna are too slow to react. That's a big lead, and I was about to get to it. The checklist is get 3 turrets down against the funnel. This is the opposite. They're 2 turrets down, and they've got nothing. I think we need a performance review from Jinna. Feels like Kakao especially is the guy who, you know, hasn't really got any productivity going. The productivity test is not looking good for his jungle Sejuani. The safe farm to level 5, level 6, that part is acceptable. The no ults in 12 minutes, that's a problem.
Yeah, you would say unacceptable. This certainly, though, is acceptable for SKT fans. A lot of you guys are saying, finally, Faker! They throw him on something that can make plays. Let me tell you, that is not easy to do on Talia. You need to be...
The team is doing some really off-meta stuff, which clearly we're seeing here. They'll hold the point. TP
wall's going to come in. That actually gets Teddy behind it, and a nice seismic shove onto Nova here. And Tall even coming from behind. Going to be able to pick up 1 kill. Kakao's super low. They can't get him, though. Stopwatch comes in here for Effort. He's going to live. Grace trying to go in, but he will go down on the last side. Zoan still on the run. Looks like they won't commit to him, though.
Man, it was so painful to see the wall keeping the Vladimir, the AoE Hemomancer, away, and Aatrox coming just to make him have no relevance in the fight. Very well coordinated by SKT. They're able to trade up. They lose their Shen, but it is support Shen. Doesn't matter. They hit the second Drake of the game. Gonna watch the replay here. Weaver's wall comes down, and crucially, Teddy is the one separated. Now, their blast plant is there. He can choose to blast over. He considers it. Doesn't auto, so just ends up wasting his Tides of Blood because he sees the teleport coming in. He's not sure. The communication isn't clear. More kills off the back end. Cal will be able to get away, but it doesn't matter. Still going to be a big team fight win for SKT as Grace tries to spare the blushes of his team, but the 1-for-1 is certainly not ideal. Defense around the Baron, because that's really all that remains for SKT when it comes to the early game checklist.
A nice ward right there below the Raptors by Jinair, but that's about it. And so they are just going to go straight onto this Shen actually walking over that Jinair. Ward. Nobody's even going close. They're all on the opposite side. Oh, they don't even realize that this is a possibility, and that is a big mistake. SKT
honestly, they never really showed up for this game. They didn't seem to know what was going on. Again, not many people did until the champion select really ended. They kind of need the loading screen to be like, all right, smite over here, that's interesting. Weaver's wall down.
Teddy trying to fight Faker, who's up 2 levels. Thankfully, he does have the Tom Kench, but he nearly dies to Effort. We also got to fight him on the top side. Once again, they're just steamrolling them as they move underneath the turret, take out a couple of members, and that should just be the game as SKT looking to close it out.
Hold on to Faker. He'll live through this, trying to end the game like you mentioned.
Oh, Irelia has her ult. First time we've seen it, trying to get on top of Faker, and she does. But that's just about it. Gonna be the 1-for-1 trade, and with super minions coming in, they are now looking to take down this last Nexus turret and move into their first win. It's gonna be a really quick one here for SKT. Even playing with their food, feeling pretty confident. Will be the first win, 1-0 for SKT in 24 minutes.
SKT find their first victory with Faker and Bang in the roster this year. With their starting roster, the roster that I think a lot of people are looking for, they win a game, they smile, they were able to outdraft and out-execute Jinair, who kind of watched on in horror, understanding that this game had gotten